What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Andrew, and you are tuned in to Day and Night Code. As you can see right now, we have FreeCodeCamp.org. We are pledging that we are going to complete everything you see here. We're going to start at the beginning, and we're just going to work our way all the way down. We might not do the legacy curriculum, but we will definitely do every single thing here. We're going to try to complete this within 1 year, and hopefully we can complete it less than 1 year. But if we don't, if we complete it within that year or at the year mark, still kudos to us. So we're going to build projects. We're going to build projects from what they give us, and we're also going to build our own custom projects. So we're going to start right now with responsive web design. So for all you new programmers out there, if you wanted to start your programming journey, right here, right now on Day and Night Code is where you're going to get everything. All the tutorials, all the breakdowns, everything. And we're starting from Free Code Camp. So everything is going to be free. You don't got to go to no boot camp. You don't got to go to school. But you do have to push yourself. This is practical. So practice, 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 practice. That's all it is. You have to push yourself. When you get tired, still do it. When you get aggravated, still do it. Walk away, come back. But we are starting today, and today we are starting with responsive web design. In this responsive web design certification, you'll learn the languages that developers use to build web pages. HTML, hypertext markup language for content, and CSS cascading style sheet for design. First, you'll build a cat photo app to learn the basics of HTML and CSS. Later, you'll learn modern techniques like CSS variables by building a penguin. Oh my goodness, a penguin, you guys. And best practices for accessibility by building a quiz site. That seems interesting. Finally, you'll learn to make web pages that respond to different screen sizes by building a photo gallery with Flexbox and a magazine article layout with CSS Grid. Okay, you guys, you see it right here. I read it to you. Let's actually see what all this course entails. So we got learn HTML by building a PhotoCAD app, learn CSS, coffee menu, learn colors, CSS form. Okay. So it looks like we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 before we get to our project. And the first project is a survey form. So this is one of the required projects to earn your certification. The goal is to build projects so we can complete everything to get those certifications. Certifications don't really mean anything but the practice we are putting in to get that certification. That is the key component, basically. Getting the certification is cool, but the practice building a server. We're not just going to build one server, so we're probably going to build 2 or 3 of them, just to have a feel of it. So for this project, you'll build a server form to collect data from the user. So we got a couple of them, but we're not going to worry about those. Right now, we're going to worry about this one, the first one. Let's start with the first one. HTML tags give a web page its structure, okay? You can learn to use HTML tags to add photos, buttons, and other elements to your web page. In this course, you'll learn the most common HTML tags by building your own photo app. Step 1, HTML elements have opening tags like this H1 you see, and closing tags like this H1. So I see it has a slash for the closing and a no slash for the opening. So the opening is regular, and this one just have an extra character in it. Okay. The text for an element goes between its opening and closing tags. So this is the element. So the H1 is the element, and anything in between that element you can read. Find the H1 element and change its text to cat photo app. Okay, so here we go. We have an H1 tag, we have hello world, and we have the closing tag. Okay, so they want us to change. So we're going to change this right now. Cat photo app. Okay, check your code or just hit Control Enter, however you want to do it. But for this one, I'm gonna just go ahead and click it. Okay, submit it, go on the next check. Congratulations, your code passes. Submit your code to continue. Keep on trucking. That's what I'm talking about. We already at 1% of the new year. So let's get it started, guys. Let's keep it going. Step 2. The H1 through H6 heading elements are used to signify the importance of content below them. So you got H1 through H6, and they are used to signify the importance of content. So how important a content is. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. The lower the number, the higher the importance. So H2 elements have less importance than H1. So okay, so the first person is deleted basically. We good. Only use one H1 per page and place lower importance headings below higher important headings. Okay. Only one H1 on the page. So we have our first H1 right here, which is fine. That's cool. So let's keep going. Below the H1 element, add an H2 element with this text. Okay. So now we know. So we have a opening tag, an H2. Let's kind of close it while we're here. Let's close it while we're here and let's come back. So we got cat photo. So we have an opening tag, so an opening element H2. We have our text that we're using, and we have our closing element, which is a closing tag, and it shows up here, and it is a lot smaller than the first one. So this one is the biggest, and this one is just a lot smaller, probably like half the size. We're gonna submit. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Oh, and this is our first error, you guys. Let's check it out. Your H2 elements text should be cat photos. Only place the text cat photos between the opening and closing tag. So this is user error. It's not really so let's change that, you guys. Let's add an S and let's submit it again. Congratulations, you passed. Let's go on to the next step. Step 3. Okay, the P element is used to create a paragraph of text on websites. Create a P element below your H2 element and give it the following text. Okie dokie. So I made my P element, my opening and closing, so we don't fall into that error again. I am going to copy and paste. Submit. Congratulations, we did it, y'all. We're building a website. Step number 4. Commenting allows you to leave messages without affecting the browser display. It also allows you to make code inactive. A comment in HTML start with the arrow, exclamation mark, some lines, contains any number of line of text, and end with the same, but just without the exclamation mark. Okay. For an example, the comment, this to do remove H1 contains the text to do remove H1. Add a comment above the P element with this text. Okay, so we got arrow, exclamation mark, line. Let's close it. Let's get in the habit of closing tags as soon as we open them. So I'm going to copy again. To do, add a link to cat photo. Boom. So we made our first comment. There we go. Awesome. Submit. Keeping going. Step number 5. Okay. HTML5 has some elements that identify different content areas. These elements make your HTML easier to read and help with search engine optimization and accessibility, SEO. Okay. Identify the main section of this page by adding a main opening tag before the H1 element and a main closing tag after the P. Okay, so we're using this main tag for SEO purposes. Okay, so let's do it. That's where they got us at line 3, and we're gonna come down to line H. Let's kind of keep it unified. So we have the main elements for SEO purposes. So I'm guessing it's the main, the content. Awesome. Congratulations. So before we start our next one, let's go over and see what HTML main tag really is. So right now we have the definition and use. So the main tag specifies the main content of the document. The content inside the main element should be unique to the document. It should not contain any content that is repeated across the document, such as sidebars, navigation links, copyright information, site logo, and search form. There must not be no more than one main element in a document. The main element must not be a descendant of an article, a side, footer, header, or navigation element. Okay, awesome. So now we have what the definition is. Let's go back. So we're going to end it right here, you guys. Stay tuned for the next video to do the next 5. And I'll see you soon.